berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Ready. Good. 52. 10 cycles.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Striker. 3-3.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning, and now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Second and 6. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Right back to Pitts again. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. He'll set up to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for...
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Detroit.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Look, 52.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that hard, and it almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and he bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
A pitch comes to Patterson.
It's a window maneuver. And all the way down to the 5. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go now. What's that now? 50 feelings.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready.
Here we go on second and 12.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
52 blaster.
Ball sits on the 12, third and goal. Trying to run it with Patterson.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson Williamson. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now gone.
Right side to Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, so keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
It'll be a gain of 5, and a 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Ready, ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Another completion right back to Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to throw again. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They'll go again with Patterson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, caught by London. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Second and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Complete to Zacchaeus. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Here's Goff. Looking left sideline. It's complete. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter,
you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hold on.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
And cycles. Cycle. 3. You're blue.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that front.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. He wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and it almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd down and 7.
Hey, no steal.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is to Pitts on the quick slant. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Straight ahead, Patterson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
52. 10 cycles. Smash, smash. Smash.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DJ Jones able to Collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11.
Striker, 3-3. Check you. Hey, check ready. Ready?
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5.
Drop, 17. Strike, check, strike.
On the RPO, that's complete right side. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Right, 27. Ultra, go ultra.
Patterson going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
52. 43 rail.
One more time with Patterson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Play action. It's gone. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. To the air again. Gone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons will take over here just shy of the 30. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Here we go. Here we go. Red 52.
Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field are learning every one of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Ultra. Steal. Check steal. Red cycle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
So now following the sack, often the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give him credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Left.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Let's go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly is the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash here. Should be an easy one. Koo knocks this one through the post. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now a 1st down throw, complete downfield. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. Touchdown! DJ Chark. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Bird. Down the numbers. There he goes. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards.
Well, I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching.